Brought to you by the You Run Podcast Network.
Welcome to the podcast.
There you go. Oh, I've got the perfect movie for you, and you know you've traumatized them for months to come.
7 squirrels living on my mom's farm. Step into my office. You're fucking fired.
All right. What up, everybody? Welcome to the You Gonna Eat That Crust podcast. I'm your host with the most on the ones and twos. You know they call me Shed Dancing. You know they call me Mount Crushmore. It's me, your boy, Fatback Supreme, a.k.a. Ryan Wilson. Also with me tonight, the razor blade himself, the king of Connecticut, Seamus Rogers. Seamus, what is good, baby?
All's good, man. The weather's beautiful. Finally, it's gotta be better than Scott, right?
Yeah,
right. Still, yeah. We've been. I feel like New England's been like Seattle lately, but we're finally feeling like summer's coming. But I'm happy to be here. What up, everybody?
Also with me tonight, 2G's himself, the follically challenged one, Greg Howie. Greg, what's up?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing? Coming off a crazy weekend and ready to do this.
And for the first time, coming in from the other side of the pond, the motherfucking Don himself, creator of the You Run Podcast Network, Scott Harding. Scott, what is good?
Hey, what an introduction. The Don. I like that. I'm going to need to add that to our show. That's how I need to be referred to from now on.
But now my question is it Harding or is it Arding?
Harding, with a H.
I just noticed that in the UK they don't really pronounce their H's a lot, right?
No, we don't, but I tend to if we can.
I love hearing you guys do the American accents.
Yeah,
I was gonna do the whole intro and try doing in an English accent, but I decided that I just couldn't. I tried reading out, and I couldn't maintain.
Yeah, the only I can do Confederate General. That's as good as my American accent gets.
That's a great one.
Yeah, and Scott's the leader of the podcast You Run Network, and also his show You Run Podcast Horror and You Run Podcast True Crime as well. Obviously, check those out.
Yeah, lots to keep us busy, and yeah, everything on Rumble now as well, which is cool.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah! That's obviously a paid subscription. Rumble?
No. Rumble's free. You just get early release on there on video form. It's the way I describe it is it's YouTube for grown-ups. So there's none of the, hey guys, welcome to our channel. Like there's none of that shit on there. It's just like grown-ups like me talking about grown-up stuff. It's good.
First off, I'd like to welcome Scott Harding, the innovative mind, the star of the You Run Podcast Network, of which your endearing trio of crusty boys have become a part of. Thanks for coming on, Scott.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me. And yeah, it's great having you part of the network. I love your show. It's the only show we have that is just completely freeform and you just go where it goes. And it's great. I love it.
We're the potpourri of the group.
You are.
So Scott had a vision and wanted to get more interactive with listeners and alter the podcast tropes that most designers can find themselves like stagnantly boring people, and consequently, they never break out and get the fan base they were hoping to build. Scott wanted to give choice to the listeners and let them help influence the content being released. It's a simple but clever way to build a fan base and allows for his audience to feel a part of the show and an open engagement for a more personal level of interaction between the podcasters and the listeners. He thought of the great idea of inviting other podcasters on board, building up a network of supportive creators with an interactive audience. And we love the idea. We're thrilled to be a part of this growing web of fellowship between creators and beloved fans that we can get to know through the You Run Podcast Network. Scott has a few of his own shows, as Greg mentioned, that he personally runs on the network. His shows are always entertaining, If you have a passion for horror movies or true crime, Scott, with help from his co-hosts Mark and Heather, bringing you new content weekly. So if you haven't already, get involved, start voting or writing into the shows. Also check out the rest of the You Run podcast family, the Ghoulish Gallery, Dewey Pod Monster, Movies for Days, Video Tasty, Pop Culture Reflections, The Girl and the Gay podcast, the Aardvark and the Magic Moshi Do Red Dwarf, the Horror Friendly podcast, and Voices from the Mausoleum. So please check them all out.
And Paranormal Misfits podcast now, our newest member.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
They're brand new. They've only been on for a couple of weeks, but their show's cool as well, talking about like true crime stuff and cryptids and all that kind of stuff. So they're great.
Nice. Welcome aboard. So on this week's episode, along with our guest host, Scott Harding, we're delving into some of the most shocking and jaw-dropping moments from cinematography, whether it be that big reveal moment, like when Luke Skywalker met his daddy, the moment from The Sixth Sense when Bruce Willis, with the audience, finally realized he's been dead the whole time, or that time as a young boy when I saw my first woman with 3 titties in Total Recall. Sometimes 2 boobies and 2 hands just isn't enough. Or possibly that hair-raising moment from a horror or a thriller, like finding a ghost sharing your bed or taking a shower with you in The Grudge. When Selma climbs out of the well, or the tall man from It Follows. Then there's the totally fucking awesome moments, like just about every scene from James Cameron's T2. The tranquilizer dart scene in Old School, or the appearance of Vader in the hallway at the end of Rogue One. It could also be a sorrowful moment that left your eyes watery and severe feelings of heartache, as in The Never-Ending Story, when Artax goes back to the mud in the swamp of sadness.
No.
Losing Marley, the golden retriever in Marley and Me. The devastating demise of Optimus Prime. There are so many emotional scenes throughout the decades of filming, too many to recount in a single podcast. We'd love to hear you, the listeners' awe-inspiring moments as well. But now, onto our list of favorite moments in movie history.
Wow, Seamus, that was absolutely beautiful.
It was heartbreaking as well. Like you mentioned all the things that depressed me and made me cry as a child.
This is the 3rd saddest I've ever been.
Yeah.
You just mentioned all the clips I had, so I guess I'm checking out. All right.
Now, Scott, look, I got to say, like, Seamus's intro was beautiful, and, like, we definitely kind of tricked you here, because the real question is, do people from the other side of the pond find it offensive when we do British accents?
No, not at all.
Oh, thank God.
Bro, he's the one to talk, though.
Yeah.
we'll just do it as the Don does, right?
Yeah.
I was so worried about some kind of cultural appropriation movement, and then we're done, and we had a good run, I guess. But
no,
thank God.
I host with Heather, who's from the Deep South, and her British accent is arguably better than mine.
In there.
All right, well, we have a lot to get through here, folks. So let's get this list started. And let's start with our special guest host, Scott. Can you tell us your first rent-free moment?
The first rent-free moment for me is one that every time I see it just breaks me. And it's something that pops into my head every now and then, normally when I'm cooking. And it's Evil Dead 2013, when he holds the razor blade down to fend her off and she runs her tongue along the blade and cuts her tongue in half.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a horrible scene. It's a scene that every time I pick up a knife, you have those evil, intrusive thoughts that come in your head and go, I wonder what would happen if I licked it. And it just does that to me. It's horrible.
Yeah, that's just a nut injury wincing moment, you know. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, that movie had some brutal moments, some brutal cutting ups. Like, I think she had cut her face as well, too, at some point. It was, and
you've got the guy who takes the electric knife to his arm in the kitchen. It's a rough watch, that movie.
Yeah, that was
which one do you like better, that one or the latest one?
I like the latest one. I think Rise was amazing.
Same. I liked them both, but yeah, Rise was great.
Yeah, I like the old one, the 2013 one. It was just more of a gore fest. I thought Rise was definitely Rise was great.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for that, Scott. Seamus, let's go with you. What is your first rent-free moment, my friend?
I'm gonna go with American History X, the Kirby scene.
Oh,
And you can hear his teeth on the curb. That's brutal. That was another wincing moment.
Yeah, that's one that I can hear it if I close my eyes. It's not like it's just like a little clink and oh, got it. Yeah, it gives you like goosebumps when you hear that fucking shit.
Yeah.
The sound guy was like, "We nailed it."
it's such a good opener as well because it builds up to that scene, and then you get that scene, and then straight away you get the title card, and everyone's just sat there with jaws on the floor, going, "What am I about to watch?" It's such a great opening to a movie.
Yeah. Vineyard was brutal.
Yeah.
The look on his face, like after he turns to the cops, and it's just like slow motion. Edward Norton,
Yeah.
he looks nuts.
Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I wish he'd make a comeback. He was great.
Yeah, they need to bring him back as the Hulk. Maybe in Deadpool and Wolverine. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I
I
can see
think
that.
everybody's trying to get in that movie, though.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to go to my first one, and it's not like a crazy like, oh my god, I'm never. But if I stop and think about it, it's an excellent scene, and it's in the movie Signs, where they show the alien walking through the
birthday
little
party.
birthday party.
Yeah.
Like that was so well done. It looked so fucking creepy when
Yeah.
it came out.
That was eerie. It was definitely a hair-raising moment.
Yeah, arguably one of the scariest moments in cinema. We spoke about this quite recently, me and Mark off camera. That moment is shocking, like genuine, because you don't see it coming. There's no real build to we're gonna see an alien, and then when it happens, it makes you jump. It's a really well crafted jump scare.
Yeah, it's powerful for such a negligent thing, like some photo from a birthday party. But yeah, it was definitely moving.
Yeah, it just looked.
What's the movie we watched this year? Or was it last year?
Oh yeah, with
With
No One Will Save You.
what is it? Yeah, No One Will Save You, man. That was like Signs, but like to the extreme. They did it a little, better, I think.
Yeah, that was a fun movie.
Yeah, The Fourth Kind's another one that's really, really good and got lots of horrific moments that aren't horrible to watch, but just sort of take your breath away. Sort of shit. That's not good moments.
I gotta watch that. I'm gonna write some of these down that I haven't seen. Fourth Kind.
I highly recommend The Fourth Guy. That movie was fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, it's time to hear from you.
Okay.
Go.
I'm gonna talk about the opening scene to Mystic River, which still haunts me and is just disgusting. Is when I think they are playing baseball, but I think he either breaks a window or hits a car with his ball, and those two old guys pull up and like abduct the kid. Do you guys remember that? Yeah. And
I own that.
There's three kids with them, and one of the kids gets in the car, and then it's obviously Tim Robbins' character. Just a haunting scene, and
yeah, I don't think I've seen that movie in like 20 years.
Well, guess what? That scene still lives rent free in my head, so that's why it's there.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie for probably since I was a kid. That was one of the movies that ended up like in your VHS collection when you were younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and Gone Baby Gone, I think were done by or it was the same writer wrote those books, and I'm sure they had the hand in the movies. Those were both really good, really heart-wrenching movies.
Let's take it back to the top. Scott, speak on it.
Okay, my next one is not actually a horror-related one because I do actually, contrary to popular belief, I do watch things that aren't horror movies, and this is one that it stuck with me. I watched this movie as a kid, and it still sticks with me now. So I'm a dog owner. I love dogs. Homeward Bound. So,
Man,
love that
come
movie.
on.
the scene in Homeward Bound when Patch and the cat Sassy sort of leave, and they leave the golden retriever behind, and they build it up that you think the golden retriever's dead, and then when he kind of like limps back onto the lawn, and the kid comes running out and gives it like that is just like pure nostalgia, and it still makes me cry. I'm a fully grown middle-aged man, and that still brings a tear to my eye.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. But yeah, that was just a good movie that I think anyone can enjoy, regardless of age.
Yeah, I can't handle any movies lately. I cry during any dramatic movie, especially if it involves a dog. I'm crying.
Yeah.
I'm more of a cat guy, so it's like
The cat doesn't feel the same way about you.
I live in the woods and I've lost 4 dogs have all run off into the woods, like just never to return. So, I mean, I just kind of had to let go of the attachments with dogs.
Jesus.
They always leave me, like my dad.
See, with cats, I always think that cats are plotting to kill me all the time.
If you
Yeah,
die,
they're mischievous.
if you die, they will eat you quick.
Yeah.
They'll eat your face off at least, like in Face Off.
I don't know. Is there proof of this?
Besides, do you know that they're coming out with a new Face Off? With Travolta and Nicolas Cage are coming back.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Unless I've been
Like new faces, like younger faces, CGI faces.
It's an old Face Off. Face Off 2, old.
Face Off 2, wrinkled.
You can't see.
A Wrinkle in Time.
Nice.
You can't stop Nicolas Cage right now. He is saying yes to every and anything.
Yes,
Big ups, Nick.
I think he's trying to pick
now?
the Tom Brady of filmography or cinematography. Wasn't it? He's trying to do more movies than anyone. He's trying to set that record so high that nobody can touch it.
Yeah. And he's just starting to do that, by the way. He didn't do that like 20 years ago.
You're being facetious.
What?
I don't think he's ever said no to a part.
All right, Seamus, go ahead.
How about Omaha Beach D-Day, Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah.
Like just from the moment when the U-boats are pulling up and just getting destroyed and just you pinned down on the beach and it was just chaos and destruction all around.
That's a great call. Like doing this episode, you kind of like lose track of all these movies because there's so many fucking movies floating in your head. But I totally forgot about that scene. It's
Or the scene with the knife later on, where he like fighting the guy and comes to like struggle with the
stabs
knife.
him. Yeah. With the Hebrew
You know who
hammer.
really liked the Omaha scene in that movie? Kevin Spacey.
Too soon.
What?
Is it too soon? Is he not been like exonerated now?
I think.
Isn't he kind of be coming back?
Yeah, I think he's about to do a comeback.
But they just released some awful documentary about him where he's like, someone talked about him jerking off during the Omaha scene. And
That's
Not everybody wants him to come back.
no, come back.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess he was really moved. I don't know.
yeah. He's not a nice dude. He is literally the character he played in American Beauty.
Oh yeah. Well, I feel bad for him then.
Or is it Nina Sorvino or whatever, the girl in it?
Yeah.
I wonder how she feels now knowing everything. Like, I knew he was creepy back then. She knew before all of us.
I think the last movie I saw with him was Baby Driver, which was pretty good. I liked it.
All right. I guess I'm up next. I got to go with, really, it's the whole ending montage. But the part that always sticks out in my head from Requiem for a Dream is when the old lady's like, I'm Sarah Goldfarb. I'm supposed to be on the television. And then the electroshock therapy and the arm sawed off and ass to ass. And oh my God, it was insane. The end of that movie is too much.
Yeah.
The whole movie was real.
The whole movie is too much, not just the end scene.
Yeah, dude, that was a brutal movie.
True.
She was fantastic in that whole movie. She was great. Everyone did a good job in that movie.
Yeah. It's one of those movies. It's like kind of I don't need to see this movie a second time, but I'm definitely going to show it to people to fuck them up as much as it fucked me up.
Yeah. Yeah, I love those. They're the movies that when someone comes around and they're like, oh, I don't watch many movies that are like weird or creepy, you go, oh, I've got the perfect movie for you, and you've traumatized them for months to come.
Greggy Two Bears, let's go.
7 squirrels living on my mom's farm. Step into my office. You're fucking fired. Fucking something about Mary. 7-minute abs. Fucking amazing scene. I love Harland Williams and anything he does, and obviously the fucking I'm spacing on the guys, the the directors there, the Follow brothers.
Brothers.
Yeah, fucking all their movies are insane. But something about Mary is a super underrated comedy. Not underrated, but like maybe a forgotten comedy. You have not seen Something About Mary, you need to watch that.
Yeah, it's a great movie. And I like a lot of Ben Stiller's movies. Is he gone or is he canceled? Where's he been?
Dude, he directed
failed Zoolander too, and like he just didn't want to do anything again.
he directed Escape at Dannemora, that fucking Amazon show.
Oh right, that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really sporadic now, though. Like with acting appearances, he doesn't do very much. And you think back when he was at his peak in the 90s, it was like every year there was a Ben Stiller movie. Every year there was a new comedy. He was Adam Sandler. He was basically the equivalent of Adam Sandler. They were both movie after movie after movie, and they were all pretty good.
Right, and they both just have great supporting casts. I think some of the lesser knowns like Adam Sandler, like some of the people he brings on are great.
Ben Stiller coming back in one of his most iconic roles in Dodgeball 2 recently announced.
Oh, yeah.
Is Fire Steve coming back?
I hope so. Well, I mean, he's blowing up right now. I mean,
The Alien
he's
show?
always been the man.
Resident Alien. He's always been
Resident
That's-
Alien, man.
that's great.
Fantastic.
Is it Alan Tucci or?
Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, Tudyk. Yeah.
It's got to be them teaching a new team just so they can throw wrenches at people and go dip, duck, dive, dodge, and dodge.
Yeah, Ben Stiller's great. He comes from great DNA. Jerry Stiller.
All right, back to the top. Scott, go, baby.
This one's a lesser known movie, so I don't know how many of you will have seen this, but this is from The Taking of Deborah Logan. So this is an old lady who's got Alzheimer's, but she's also possessed by a demon. And there's a scene where they're talking about how Alzheimer's medication makes them itch. And she's itching, and instead of just itching, she grabs a big chunk of her skin, like on her forearm, and tears our forearm like from the top down to her wrist. And it is the most sort of jaw on the floor shock moment because it's a sweet little old lady who's just torn half her arm off. It's awful.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that, but yeah, that sounds terrible.
It's a really good movie, and they actually done a really good job of actually looking at what people with dementia and Alzheimer's actually suffer with to make the movie authentic. But it's not a nice watch.
Yeah, it sounds like sad, terrifying enough. Just the Alzheimer's, and then you add possession into it.
Yeah, but possession and a documentary crew filming it all. It's it's a very morally reprehensible movie, but it is very good.
I've definitely heard of it, and it's written down.
There you go, Greg.
All right, I'm gonna go with The Mist, the ending scene,
Man.
Yeah.
where they're all in the car and basically shoots them all, including his kid, and next thing you know, the convoy comes with the military and all the refugees are all rescued. That was terrible. And I don't think that was part of the book. Stephen King even said that was a better ending than mine.
Yeah, because in the book, they just drive off into the mist.
Right. Stephen King's like, man, I respect that director because he went where I couldn't go.
Yeah, and Stephen King's not capable of writing an ending. All of his endings are terrible. I've written
Dark Tower.
Yeah, Dark Tower. It turns into a spider. Like he just can't. He gets to the point where he just needs someone to take the book away and go, look, I'll finish these last 3 pages. You go and have another couple of lines of cocaine and some whiskey, and you'll be fine.
I think M. Night Shyamalan is the same.
Yeah.
I will not stand by while the hero of my home state, Stephen King, is slandered on this podcast, good sir.
Yeah, I was saying, I think some of his endings are crazy, but some of them are good.
Yeah, I mean, he's got so many. I mean, he's obviously brilliant, and his character, dynamics just has, how they're all diverse and have so much backstory. He's a master of characters, I think.
He is a fantastic director as well.
I was gonna say, like, his books never translate well to his movies. There's a few of his books that are good movies.
Well, how do you convey a 40-hour book into an hour and a half, 2-hour movie?
Yeah, I think one of the best adaptations is probably Doctor Sleep, because they managed to take what was in the book and also make it fit The Shining, which is massively different to the novel. I think that's a really good adaptation.
Yeah, I'm reading The Shining right now, actually.
I'm a big Mike Flanagan fan anyway.
Yeah.
He directed that movie, and I think he's having a really good run.
I mean, we talked about this recently, but obviously the Shining bathtub scene belongs in this list too.
Yeah.
Both of them. The remake as well. But yeah, he's obsessed with spiders. Like everything turns into a spider for him.
Well, they probably terrify him like Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go next. I'm going to go. Here we go. I'm going. This is the thing.
Yeah.
All right. Has everyone seen Iron Claw yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, I mean, I put that movie on the other night, and I was like, I know this movie's sad, but then it really doubles down on the sadness for the entire film. But I got to say, stuck in my head forever will be where Jeremy Allen White first walks out from behind the fridge, and he's missing a leg.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That shit was fucking
I kind of knew it was coming though. Greg the Ruiner spoiled it for me. So.
Hey, it's a true story. I can't spoil it. It's been there for years.
I really enjoyed Iron Claw. I was very apprehensive because of Zac Efron, and I was like, how's he going to work? But he was jacked. Like the amount of steroids he must have ingested to reach that size.
And he grew in a He-Man mullet for the times.
Yeah. Yeah, really good. I'm a wrestling fan. I grew up watching that era of wrestling, so for me it was really nostalgic. And like now my kids watch wrestling, and I don't know, wrestling is something that's always been part of our household.
So, what do you feel? How do you feel about The Wrestler?
I liked it, but I thought it was a very negative view on a retired wrestler because they don't all do that. But
Yeah,
it was kind of painted as this is what happens to all stars when they retire. That's what I didn't like about it. But Mickey Rourke's great. I think he's fabulous.
Yeah, he's great.
By great, you mean insane.
Yes.
Yeah, because I was curious. I haven't seen The Wrestler. Like, I probably saw it when it came out, but like seeing Iron Claw, I was like, I liked Iron Claw, but I feel like The Wrestler was better. But I gotta maybe go back and give it another.
I feel like Face Off 2 should have Mickey Rourke in it.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
he looks like he got a new face.
Oh, dude, yeah, he looks just like the character in Sin City.
He really does.
I mean, he was a professional boxer or an amateur boxer. So that's why his face is all fucked up. And drugs.
Well, that'll do it every time. All right, Greg, go ahead, big dog.
All right. 2004, Team America World Police.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, my God. There's like so many scenes in this movie. Like, I promise I'll never die. The sex scene. Like, I got puppet scenes in my head. Yeah, so fight me. But the throw up scene for me is like my favorite scene. I fucking love it when he throws up. He's just like the throw up as a fucking river. He's like, it's just like it like envelops him. Like, yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's just over the top throw up, and that's like when he's talking about dicks fuck pussies and pussies fuck assholes.
Asshole. Yeah, that was great dialogue there.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I love the fact that with those creators, with Matt and Trey Parker, they have no reserve. They don't hold back, and they genuinely don't give a shit. And when they make stuff, it's very much like, we are really poking fun at everything. And if you don't like it, tough, sue us. Join the queue of all the people suing us, and we'll just smile at you.
Yeah.
That's why South Park's great. I mean, I don't watch it much these days, but it's just they take whatever is like going on in the world right now, and they just make fun of it. Whatever's popular or whoever's celebrity.
You just got to respect them. Like, they're just fucking, they're giants. But even the Susan Sarandon scene, when she's trying to get him, like, to cooperate with her, he's like, she's acting. Your acting is growing bad with your age. So that whole fucking movie is worth it.
I will suck your cock, Gary.
My first dog was named after Gary Johnston. People used to always ask me, like, is your dog named off Gary from SpongeBob? I was like, no, it's Gary Johnston, top-notch actor.
That's fantastic. All right, back to the top. Scott, speak on it.
The Head in the Basket from Seven, or Head in the Box.
What's in the box?
That movie probably had a few scenes in it that could have been on this list.
Yeah, it's the head of the box. I think is the most impactful because I genuinely didn't see it coming. I thought it was going to be that he'd killed his wife, but to get the actual head in the box and that
Brutal.
scene from Brad Pitt is arguably the best he's ever performed in front of a camera.
What's in the box, man? What's in the box?
Goddamn Kevin Spacey again.
It is. Spacey's coming back. I keep saying it.
Well, speaking of Spacey, from a listener, RB3 Ray, he wanted us to mention The Usual Suspects.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ending scene, where he just walks away without a limp, and the facts of the facial sketch coming in right after he'd just been there talking with him. And, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Hate him or love him, Spacey was amazing in that movie.
Yeah.
He's pretty much amazing in a lot of stuff he does. He's a great
actor.
Yep.
Bad human being.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, well, I got to go back to, this is one of my all-time favorite shows. And, I love to recommend the show to people. But then they watch the first episode and they're like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? And that's the first episode of Black Mirror.
Oh, thank you. That's the first.
That almost made me not want to watch any.
I'd never recommend that episode to people. I'm like, watch it, but don't watch the first episode first, man.
It was so bizarre to me. And, it was. I don't think it's one of their better episodes, but it was definitely impactful.
It's a scene that'll I want to recommend it to people, but I know they're going to start with episode 1. Then they're going to think I'm like, is this dude in bestiality? What the fuck?
Scott, how do you feel about the Prime Minister fucking a pig?
I'll be honest. I wouldn't put it past our leadership.
Whoa!
You and us both. We're kind of in similar political situations. Here in America and in UK.
Yeah, we're kind of fucked. Whoever we choose is kind of the situation we're in.
Planet Earth is doomed.
Yeah, it really is. On the plus side, our candidates are at least under the age of 60, so that's the one thing we got going for us.
Right. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
All right, 2Gs. We're at you.
All right, so I didn't know we were doing shows, so I had a few honorable mentions. But
I didn't know we were doing shows either.
This scene from The Boys is in my head. It involves penis.
The termite?
Yeah, it's when the termite shrinks down and climbs in his boyfriend's pee hole, starts giving a little tickling in there, and then just grows big and explodes.
Shocking and hilarious all in one.
Oh my God, it was. I love The Boys, and that's.
I'm looking forward to season 4. Have you checked out The Boys, Scott?
I've watched some of it. The problem I've got is I get engrossed in movies. I watch a lot of movies, and series tend to fall by the wayside. So I'll watch 1 or 2 episodes. Go, I really like this, and then I'll watch a movie and I never go back to it. And The Boys is one of those.
I have the same problem. There's too much content. There's so many good series, and even like you said, you'll get into it and you'll watch a couple episodes and love it. And then somehow it just falls through the cracks and you never get back to it.
Yeah, I think there's only 2 series I've ever completed. One was The Walking Dead and the other was Lost.
Oh.
I didn't complete either of those.
I couldn't make it past the Walking Dead. I got pretty much the season after Negan, and then we were trimming weed. So I was like, oh, I'll watch The Walking Dead. And I watched all the way up to where I got. I just noticed the acting falling off. And
I feel like Negan never died. He was how many seasons was he in?
I think he was in 5 or 6 in the end.
And they should have gotten rid of him in the second season they had him or something.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's got a spin-off as well. So.
Yeah, he has. I think it's The Ones Who... No, it's not The Ones Who Lived. It's one with him and Maggie are now friends. Yeah.
What an unlikely dude.
Yeah, they're a crime-fighting, zombie-killing team.
Adorable.
Also, real quick, the scene with BJ from The Righteous Gemstones.
Oh my God!
When he goes to confront the person who's cheating on him or cheating on his wife, and he's he's masturbating in the bed. Scott, if you haven't seen The Righteous Gemstones, that's a series to watch. That shit's great.
My favorite show right now.
I'll add that to my list.
That scene was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen. It was so good.
It just mocks religion, and it's great. It's hilarious. And the cast is like, it's John Goodman, Adam Devine, Danny McBride, and
Oh, wow.
And the side characters are the best, though. The side characters
Yeah.
are the best.
Danny McBride creates the show, and he's great, and he's got a great cast. The show's hilarious.
Chief, the fucking...
Well, hands down, Walton Goggins.
Oh,
Goggins, yes.
oh my God. I can't believe-
Uncle Baby Billy.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot about Uncle Baby Billy Bible Bonkers.
All right, Scott, you got any more?
Yeah, mine's from a TV show I watched as a kid, and it aired during the summer when I was probably, I don't know, 10 or 11, and this was the most talked about thing amongst everyone's friends, and it was Who Shot Mr. Burns in The Simpsons.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert if you've not seen it. And I was convinced it was Waylon Smithers all the way.
Smithers, yeah, me too. I thought it was Smithers as well. By accident or something, because he loved him, but,
Yeah, The Simpsons is amazing, and
good.
it's one of those series that they always seem to do something new that I've not seen before, and like to have a two-parter that they really had a big break between and not actually give you any clues. Like for an animated series, I'd never seen that before.
Oh, Simpsons is worth the rewatch. I did a rewatch on it, and it holds up still. It's fucking great.
I think the only shows that are older than The Simpsons or longer running than The Simpsons are like General Hospital and The Young and the Restless and shit.
Yeah.
It's like taking candy from a baby. Oh, don't mind if I do.
Bang.
It was Maggie. Maggie did it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about Final Destination 2, The Logging Truck?
Oh, yeah.
I can't see a logging truck right by.
Building up to the whole thing, they're seeing all the characters in their separate vehicles and like that log that goes through the cop and a squad car.
I mean, if you think about it, that's probably that could be like number one on the list. Who doesn't see a logging truck drive by and not think of that scene?
Right.
Anytime I see a logging truck, it just makes me think of Final Destination. That's
Every single time, like I'm gonna pass this motherfucker real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, like, people of our generation, we won't sit behind that. We will steer, or we will slow right down and let someone go in front of us so they get it.
Right. Absolutely.
I don't know. There was another one of those movies that had this like gymnast doing a trick, and she jumps off the beam, and like the way she lands, like all her bones just shatter at the same time. Like, fuck Christ, dude.
Yeah.
Very visceral movie. And
the
hilarious.
worst thing you'd want to see in a live event or something.
All right, I'll get one more. And that is which, I'm not like a huge fan of The Exorcist. I know, controversial. But the scene where she walks downstairs fucking backwards and shit with her arms all backwards and twisted up is always stuck with me. That kind of body of horror shit always sticks with me.
Yeah, that was creepy.
Yeah, it's The Exorcist is one of those films that even now still looks good. Like they done everything so practically that even that spider walk now is still creepy.
All right, Greg.
This movie has the greatest cast of all time, and you can fight me on that. And it's 1993, True Romance. I mean, were they all used correctly? Probably not. But I'm talking about Dennis Hopper and the Christopher Walken scene. I really can't talk about it too much. But that scene...
Don't offend anybody?
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, I'm a rapper, and I don't say the N-word. Count it! But, yeah, that scene between...
You're not the white rapper part of it.
I don't see color, bro. I'm colorblind. For real. But, no, yeah, the Dennis Hopper, Christopher Walken scene.
That's Dennis Hopper's finest acting in that entire series. In that entire career.
Super Mario Brothers, bro.
That's a...
Yeah. He was great.
I love him, and I love Gary Oldman in that scene when Christian Slater comes to confront Gary Oldman. Is his white boy day? Then
I mean, Gary Oldman's amazing in everything.
Yeah,
Gary Oldman's a fucking G.
Yeah, brilliant in Leon.
Oh, is it Leon's the professional, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yes,
Oh, if that's what you meant, I was like, what is Leon?
Yeah, good. Yeah,
The Professional.
The
gotcha.
Professional is the American version, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget that they rename things in different countries.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's silly. We're not
So is it
stupid.
the same movie,
Yeah,
but just named differently?
Yeah.
He says a different name. Okay.
He plays a
Yeah,
fucking
awesome.
great villain. He's great in everything he does, but he's a great villain.
yeah. But the best Dracula as well.
Oh my god, Bram Stoker.
He's a great butler,
Great.
too.
Yeah, he is.
He's great with the wand in Harry Potter too.
Or not Butler, sorry, I mean the chief of police. Butler was what's his name?
Oh yeah, he was Gorman. He was
Yeah,
Yeah, Commissioner Gordon.
right. Who was the butler? He's a great actor too.
oh that Michael
Caine.
Keaton or
Yeah.
Caine. Michael Keaton.
He was Batman.
One day he's gonna be it. Spoiler alert.
All right, Scott, go ahead.
Okay, I've got one more. And the one that I've got is the banana boat scene from Jaws the Revenge.
Oh yeah.
Like, Jaws was a movie I watched a lot as a kid, but Jaws the Revenge was the one that seemed to be on TV all the time. And those series of movies kept me out of the sea for years as a kid. Like, even until my early teens, I was not going in the sea, even though sharks don't live in the UK. But yeah, I was convinced they would. I was convinced as a little kid that a shark would get me in the bath or in a swimming pool. Like, those movies scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a couple courage drinks before I'm jumping off a boat.
Yeah.
Open water as well. Open water haunted me, changed my life. I'll never go in the ocean.
Yeah.
I was actually turned on to a documentary last night. We were by the ocean last night. We were talking about shark bites, and I guess there's a documentary called After the Bite. It's supposed to be pretty good. It's either on Hulu or Max, but I'm gonna check that out because sharks fascinate me because they scare the fuck out of me.
Oh yeah, just being in open water, especially when you can't even see what's below you, and yeah, that's terrifying.
And the banana boat,
You're in their elements.
right? That's the kids, right? When the kids are on the banana boat.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's just fucking frightening.
What kind of irresponsible parents let their kids go in the ocean with a banana boat?
It was a different age back then, man.
It was.
Yeah, they were probably out in the banana boat smoking cigarettes the whole time.
My kids will never know the joy of riding in the back of a pickup truck.
Yeah,
That you know of.
fuck that.
It's true. All right, bop, Seamus.
How about Fire in the Sky? The abduction experiment scene. Terrifying, like being awake and being like they're holding it down. Like, did they like pry his eyes open, like too, and then they put that like shrink wrap around him, holds him down. He's just like screaming and watching like a needle come toward his eye.
Yeah. That
Are you?
is alien abduction something that we all had fears of in the 90s, or was that just me? Like when the
Absolutely.
the X-Files was at its peak.
X-Files and what's that show? Unsolved Mysteries used to terrify me when I was younger.
Oh man.
The thing is, it was drummed into us. I don't think they've got that now. Like the 90s, it was aliens, but I don't
Right.
think like the generation of kids now have got something that is their big fear. Their big fear is probably losing Wi-Fi.
Yes, no doubt.
I mean, I feel that fear.
I mean, now they're just like, hey, they're saying aliens are real, and everyone's like, whatever, you know, like whatever. Until they become content creators, not really affecting my life.
That's got to be the biggest fail from any government announcement ever. Hey, world, aliens are real. And the whole planet went, uh-huh.
I mean, aliens are cool, but did you guys hear about that Drake Kendrick beef? Yeah.
You know, I don't know, man. Aliens being real, but I got me some Trump shoes.
All right, Greg, do you have any more you'd like to share with us?
I do. I got a couple of it, but first,
All right, rapid fire that shit.
Witchmaster 2. I wish my lawyer would go fuck himself.
I knew as soon as I said Witchmaster, I knew what scene you were going to.
Oh, that seems hilarious. That guy is the worst actor ever, the Wishmaster. Like I can see his face right now. It's been living in my head ever since I've seen the fucking movie.
Yeah.
He's got that dumb fucking.
What's your wish?
The commitment to that franchise being shit, they knew it was shit, and they just went with it. Is amazing.
You got to double down on
I
it.
mean, I could say that about a lot. Like Disney, they just keep putting out Star Wars or Marvel shows that aren't good, and
the dude from Squid Games is going to be the new Star Wars.
or Fast and Furious. How many of those do we need?
Yeah, Fast and Furious from the nursing home will probably be the next one.
Hey,
Right.
it's family.
It's fat.
How are you still furious? Seek therapy.
The Rock and Vin Diesel are fighting over the TV remote.
Of course, I also got Walk Hard, fucking wife cheating scene. I'm ready for sex. Like when what's her name walks in on him, Jenna from The Office. There, she walks on. No, it's the chick from SNL who keeps on having the babies. And then, of course, the Beatles scene in Walk Hard. Those of you who don't know me, Walk Hard is my favorite movie. I love it. I love Dewey Cox. He represents my
Little pig getting chopped in half.
I mean, yeah, you got halved. Jonah Hill, little Jonah Hill. I was fucking talented. Obviously, I actually just listened to this episode from You Run Horror, and it's from Dusk Till Dawn, the first time you see Selma Hayek.
Oh my god, yeah,
wow.
that's definitely in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, and she hasn't aged. She looks exactly the same now as she did in 95.
Follow her on Instagram. I do.
Yeah.
It's a good follow.
I agree.
What came first, that or Desperado?
That. I think,
That.
yeah, that was like her first movie, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
so that's what. Yeah, I might not have known who she was until that movie, and then I was like, oh my goodness.
It's actually really nice out today. After this, I might go jump in my Selma kayak.
Oh,
Oh,
I
oh,
yeah.
was paddleboarding yesterday and Friday. I got burnt up yesterday.
Whoa. We're not going to bring it to paddleboard. Jack.
Next episode, I'm talking about paddleboarding.
My buddy Hawk wanted us to mention the Darth Maul double lightsaber. Also, the crying game when the dick was revealed. And
Yeah, I saw that movie with my parents when I was like 10.
It wasn't as emotionally terrifying as when Keith was in the tent and
the dick
they
poking
were
his out.
banging with the dicks. Yes, and Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, awesome.
No, that was hilarious.
no, dick reveal, best dick reveal's got to go to sleepaway camp.
I don't think I see that. Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
Walk
it.
Hard.
It is a great reveal.
The Walk
Yeah.
Hard dick reveal is great there. When like I think that's the first one I saw that's started me in all these dick reveals that I love.
I mean, the boys and the Righteous Gemstones have too many great ones. So
Let me just fire off a couple more. Will Ferrell funeral scene, Wedding Crashers,
yes,
Eastern Promises. Fucking that movie is dope as hell. Viggo Mortensen, the sauna knife scene when he's fighting the guys naked with his dick out, flopping everywhere.
I would say arguably History of Violence.
yeah,
Better movie.
Yeah.
It's close. I think I like Eastern Promises more. But even though Ed Harris is in that shit, and he's like, Joey, I'm pretty sure you're Joey. You're Joey. And then the last one I'll mention is Midnight Express. I think it's like 86, but the boob scene, which also inspired the Cable Guy boob scene. But in Midnight Express, he's like caught smuggling hash out of Turkey, I think. I forgot where it was. And he goes to prison and it's fucked up. But his girlfriend comes in, like whips her tit out, pushing it against the glass. He starts like jerking off there. But then that inspired like the Cable Guy scene with Matthew Broderick and Jim Carrey.
Which is a really underrated movie, The Cable Guy.
Thank you. Fucking, I'm pretty sure he was Asian.
I'm leaving now.
I fucking love the Cable Guy. Cable Guy is like Club Dread to me. Like it's just so underrated. Club Dread is a super underrated movie.
That is under the Cable Guy is better, I think.
Jenny, you Piccadilly whore.
I have a few more I want to fire off as well. How about The Road, the cannibals in the basement scene?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a great
That was
movie.
brutal. Just seeing them all like that. Torture, but they're being eaten there.
That's when they like turn on the lights, right? And like
Well, they go down and then they just see them all just sitting there emaciated and like some of them missing limbs and stuff. And then the cannibals come home while they're still in there and they got to like get out of the house and try and keep the kid quiet. And he's getting ready to shoot the kid.
that book's free on Audible right now.
Also, Hostel, the blowtorch in the eye scene,
Nice.
awful. Hannibal, when he feeds Ray Liotta portions of his own brain.
Oh, that seems cool. I love that movie.
And a scary movie.
Mason Verger, baby.
Yeah.
And even The Hills Have Eyes, the RV scene.
Oh, what would they all come down and attack and break into the RV? That's hard to watch.
Yeah, and he's got the baby. And,
Yeah.
and then he's just like, they're just so gross. He starts like sucking on the girl, and then she tries to fight back, gets like shot in the head, and the mom comes in and gets shot. I think she's gonna rescue him, but brutal.
All right. Well, thank you for that, everybody. This is going to end our chat on rent-free movie scenes. Now stay tuned for some other shit. All right, and Seamus, I believe you have a game you'd like to play with us.
That's right. I have a little movie trivia game. So I'm going to have you guys pick a number from 1 to 100. I'm going to use a random generator. We'll start with our guest, Scott. But hang on a minute before you pick your number. So I'm gonna give you a quote from a movie. So first off, you can pick 80s, 90s, or 2000s. So you can pick 80s 1 through 5, 90s 1 through 5, or 2000s 1 through 5. There's no extra points for any of them. It's just random. Gives you a different quote. Make that random so that I'm not influencing that aspect of it.
Okay.
So if you get the first quote, I'm going to give you 2 points. If you want to pass on that quote, I'll give you a second quote for 1 point. There's no stealing on this. But afterwards, I want a 3-word review from each of you for the movie. And I'm going to pick the one I like. And I'll give that person a point. I also did my 3-word reviews on them. I did them quick like you. I didn't think I just ran down the list just, to make it similar. So if you get like mine or similar, I'll give you 2 points.
Sweet.
All right, Scott, what's your number?
I'm going to go with 50, smack bang in the middle.
Still there. It was a good pick. All right, Greg.
5.
All right, Ryan.
77.
Nice.
All right. The number was 8. So Greg will go first, Scott second, Ryan third. All right, Greg.
Yes.
Pick 80s, 90s, 2000, 1 through 5.
90s. 3.
90s, 3. There was no father. I carried him. I gave birth. I raised him. I can't explain what happened.
Amateur hour.
There wasn't a father. I carried him. I gave birth. I raised him. I can't explain what happened.
Pass.
All right. Your chance at quote 2. I beg your pardon, but what do you mean naked? My parts are showing. Oh my goodness, oh.
Fuck, dude.
They're both from the same movie, aren't they?
Yes, so this first quote, I'm going to give you a second quote from the same movie, and you'll get 1 point if you get the second quote, 2 points if you get the first quote.
Yeah, okay.
Is it Terminator 2?
It is not.
I was like fucking was blanking on that one. Fuck.
Any of you guys know it? I'm not giving you points, but
Yeah, I know it. It was Star Wars: The Phantom Menace.
correct. All right, so now 3-word review on Phantom Menace. If it's your question, you get to go first, and it's going to go in order of your questions. So, Greg, give me a 3-word review on the Phantom Menace.
Miso like.
Me so like. All right. Scott.
Pod race disaster.
All right, Ryan.
Jar Jar stinks.
So mine was Jar Jar ruined it. So I'm giving Ryan the point on that one.
That's 4 words.
What's
That's
that?
4 words.
Jar Jar stinks.
No, yours is Jar Jar ruined it.
I put Jar Jar together.
Then Ryan says a 2-word review.
Don't argue.
Oh, baby, I'm finding them.
Don't argue with the administrator of the game.
Okay.
All right. So, Greg, you didn't get any points on the question.
Nailed it.
Ryan got 1 on the bonus. All right. Scott, 80s, 90s, or 2000s, 1 through 5.
I'm going to go 2005.
It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to your enemies, but a great deal more to stand up to your friends.
It's fuck. It's one of the Harry Potter movies because my kids are obsessed with it. I'm going to go with Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
No. So let me give you the second quote. Stop moving, both of you. This is Devil's Snare. You have to relax. If you don't, it'll only kill you faster. Kill us faster. Oh, now I can relax.
Okay, it's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or if you're in the States, the Sorcerer's Stone.
Nice. All right. You know what? I'm gonna give you both the 2 points for that because one you call Harry Potter and then you got it on the second one. So
Thank you very much.
I'll be magnanimous on this one. All right. So what's your 3-word review?
3 Little Wizards.
All right. So now who's that? All right. So now it's going to be Ryan's turn. 3-word review, Ryan.
This sorcerer's stoned.
Oh.
All right, Greg.
Harry, you're a lizard.
All right. Mine was Kids with Sticks.
It's a great book series.
All right, again, I'm going to give that one to Ryan.
You're so clever.
Don't challenge me to be clever because that's my thing.
All right, hold on a second.
Hold like quotes of your thing. You're next.
Yeah. All right, Ryan. You know the deal. 80s, 90s, or 2000s.
I'm going to go 80s.
Okay.
80s too.
You like me because I'm a scoundrel. There aren't enough scoundrels in your life.
Is that Star Wars?
It is. Which one?
Even I knew that.
Why, that's Empire Strikes Back.
Damn.
No.
2 points.
I said it was A New Hope.
All right. Ryan, 3-word review.
Empire Jabba Fett.
All right, Greg, 3-word review.
Oh, shit. Space Nerd Odyssey.
All right, Scott.
Kissed his sister.
Oh, Scott gets it.
I was going to say Kissing Sisyphus.
All right. So currently, Ryan is in the lead. Greg with 0 points, Scott with 1, and Ryan with 4 points. All right. Scott, it's your pick.
I'm going to go 90s 1.
I saw my whole life as if I'd already lived it. An endless parade of parties and cotillions, yachts and polo matches. Always the same narrow people, the same mindless chatter. I felt like I was standing at a great precipice with no one to pull me back, no one who cared or even noticed.
I can't think of what it is. I recognize the quote. No, I'm gonna need another quote.
Teach me to ride like a man and chew tobacco like a man and spit like a man. What, they didn't teach you that in finishing school?
Ah, fuck, that's thrown me. I don't know what it is at all now. No clue. I'm gonna have to pass.
It was Titanic.
Oh, fuck.
Ah.
All right, give me a 3-word review on Titanic, Scott.
The boat sank.
Oh, Ryan.
cool as ice.
Greg?
The end was great. Her end was great.
So mine was the ship sinks. So Scott, you get the point there.
Yay.
So it's currently Greg 0, Scott 2, Ryan 4. All right, Greg, I believe it's your turn.
All right, let's go 90s 4.
Checking in with the morning report. Fire away. Well, the buzz from the bees is that the leopards are in a bit of a spot, and the baboons are going ape over this. Of course, the giraffes are acting like they're all above it. The tick birds are pecking on the elephants. I told the elephants to forget it, but they can't. The cheetahs are hard up, but I always say cheetahs never prosper.
Blockbuster, you failed me. I'm going to pass this
right.
quote.
Next quote. Gee, he looks blue. I'd say brownish gold. No. I mean, he's depressed. Oh.
It's a fucking Little Mermaid. I don't
Oh,
know.
so close.
Was it Lion King?
It was the Lion King.
That was going to be like my first guess.
I'm going to give it to you because I didn't reveal it.
All right. Well, Scott did say it was close, so it did tell me that.
Oh, what do you guys think? Should I give it to him?
Yeah.
I mean, I do have 0 points, so.
Right, and that's what I was thinking as well. All right, Greg, 3-word review.
Shit. Fuck you, Scar.
All right, Ryan, 3-word review.
Hey, baby.
I think that was like 5 words.
No, that's 3.
Scott, 3-word review.
I'm going to go really basic again. His dad died.
Oh.
Did die. It was sad.
Yeah, very sad.
Greg, I'm going to give it to you. Fuck you, Scar. Ryan, I want to give it to you, but I don't really know how many words that was. So I can't. Mine was Westeros Ascension Tactics. If you assassinate him, you could take its place.
Get some pity
All right.
points.
You guys who did. Greg, you got 3 points there. So it's Greg 3, Scott 2, Ryan 4.
Still anybody's game.
It is. There's still a lot more game to go. So Ryan, I believe it's your turn.
Okay, 90s 3. I don't fucking know. Whatever left, I don't give a shit.
You got 2 or 5 left.
Go 2.
Utah.
All right. What do you call a blind dinosaur? I don't know. What do you call a blind dinosaur? Do you think he saw us? Haha, good one. What do you call a blind dinosaur's dog? You got me. Do you think he saw us, Rex?
I'd pass. Definitely pass.
All right, second quote. All major theme parks have delays. When they opened Disneyland in 1956, nothing worked. Yeah, but if the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't eat the tourists.
Jurassic Park?
Yes, it is. So you're going to get 1 point for that. All right, 3-word review, Ryan.
Never trust Newman.
You didn't say the magic word. All right, Scott, 3-word review.
Fence has gone down.
Greg, 3-word review.
The book is better.
All right, Ryan, I'm giving that one to you. Mine was dinosaurs aren't pets. Or my second one was don't use porta potty.
My alternative 3-word review is this.
That's 5 words.
What species was that?
Velociraptor.
All right, so we're back to Scott.
I'm going to go 2001.
So you just figured you'd come here to the most hostile environment known to men with no training of any kind and see how it went. What was going through your head? Maybe I was sick of doctors telling me what I couldn't do.
Oh, man. Oh, they're all really memorable quotes, and I do not know what movie it's from.
So every one of these movies I have in here, I think we've all seen every single one of them.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pass that quote.
All right, next quote. Well, I guess this is my last video log because whatever happens tonight, either way, I'm not going to be coming back to this place. Well, I guess I better go. I don't want to be late for my own party. It's my birthday after all. This is blank signing off.
No, I'm going to kick myself when you say it, but I don't know it.
Anybody else know it? Ryan, sounds like you know it.
It's Alien, isn't it?
It is not, Greg.
Got that last quote again?
All right, no, it's Avatar. No points.
Oh,
All right. Like I said, you can't steal anyways, so it's your question is your quotes are your quotes. So, anyways, Scott, 3-word review for Avatar 2009.
Blue Man Group.
Great. Greg?
Sam Worthington sucks.
Ah, you're a hater.
I hate him in Mindhunter. I hate him in Mindhunter.
You're not getting any points.
Or not Mindhunter.
Ryan.
Fucking not the Smurfs.
All right. I'm giving this one to Scott for Blue Man Group. Mine was Blue Amazonian Fetish. All right. So, Scott, you got the bonus point. The score is currently Greg 3, Scott 3, Ryan in the lead with 6.
Yeah, and I was Sam Worthington in the Unabomber show is what I was talking about. I hate him in that. He ruined him for me.
All right, we're not getting personal
Right.
here.
It's getting personal. But you should watch that show. It's great.
All right, Greg, what do you want? 80s, 90s, or 2000s?
2000s. What's left in the 2000s?
We got 2, 3, 4.
I'll take 2 because the 90s hasn't been good to me.
All right. I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you.
I know it's the Lord of the Rings. It is Return of the King.
It is. Nice job.
Wow.
All right, 3-word review.
Well, that's not my 3-word review. Viggo Mortensen rules.
All right. Ryan, 3-word review.
What is taters?
Yes. Scott, 3-word review.
Touch my ring.
Your cock ring?
Yeah, right. Obviously. Mine was interracial bromance quest. You had elves, dwarves, hobbits, and Smeagol's and humans all getting together. And there weren't many ladies in the party.
It changed my hairy feet.
I'm giving this one to Ryan. All right. So the score is now Greg 5, Scott 3, Ryan 7. All right, Ryan, it's your question.
Do 80s 1.
He's a man from outer space, and we're taking him to his spaceship. Well, can't he just beam up? This is reality, Greg.
Is it E.T.?
It is E.T. Ryan is killing it.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, 3-word review.
Penis looking finger.
Hey. All right. This one is now Scott. 3-word review.
Barrymore's 80s beginning.
Wasn't the fire starter?
He actually won.
Greg, 3-word review.
An absolute classic.
All right, Ryan. Again,
That's
he's just winning with the 3-word reviews. Mine was Alien Needs Ride.
I said an absolute classic. That's 3 words.
Yeah, you were right. It was 3 words.
Ryan should lose like 3 points for that.
I apologize.
5.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, trying to, as being, he's supposed to be, involving in this one here as being the leader, and he's just slandering.
I think his game is biased towards you can eat that crust.
What are you even talking about?
I'm just joking.
Scott watches more all these movies. He's got to step up his game a little bit.
Yeah, I do.
He's got time. All right. So now the score is Greg 5, Scott 3, and Ryan 10. He's taking it away. All right, Scott, this one's yours.
I'm going to go 80s 5.
What do you want? My face on the $1 bill. You must be joking. Do I look like I'm joking?
No, I'm going to have to pass it.
All right, quote number 2. Now comes the part where I relieve you, the little people, of the burden of your failed, useless lives. But as my plastic surgeon always said, if you got to go with a smile.
Oh, is it? It's Batman.
It is Batman. That's going to help you. 2 points. So what's your 3-word review for Batman 1989?
Nicholson does smiles.
All right. Greg, 3-word review.
God damn it. Michael Keaton's great. I don't know.
Ryan, 3-word review.
Nicholson's big pistol.
Oh, man. So mine was Joker's big ass gun. So I have to give 2 points to Ryan. He's taking it away.
I'm super sorry, guys. I didn't mean to.
These 3-word reviews are killing me.
Scott gained a couple on that one, but unfortunately Ryan got a couple as well, with the bonus equaling or close to mine. All right. That was Scott, right? So Greg.
Is anything left in the 90s? Fuck that, scratch that. 2000s. I got it last time. We're going 2000s. What do we got?
There will come a time when you have a chance to do the right thing. I love those moments. I like to wave at them as they pass by. You want me to read it again?
No, I just passed. So I'll get the next quote. I can't.
All right, next quote. You know you can't read. It's the Bible. You get credit for trying.
I don't know. Pass.
Anyone know?
I don't.
No, I don't either.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, 2006.
Well, damn.
All right, Greg, 3-word review.
Those movies suck.
They don't suck.
No, I'm not a fan.
Right? At least you gotta like at least.
I did like the first one, but I think I disliked every one of them.
Well, it's like Transformers. They're okay, but they keep doing them and they're not that great.
I fucking hate Transformers.
Yeah, hate's a strong word.
I didn't like any of the Transformers.
All right, Ryan, 3-word review.
Johnny Depp's pillow.
All right, Scott, 3-word review.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
So I don't know the pillow reference.
No, because she has Amber Heard shit on his pillow.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard that.
Oh man, I got to give it to him again, even though I didn't get it at first.
Ryan, you're so clever and witty.
Mine was Disney's Eccentric Pirates. So we'll just disqualify Ryan because he took too long to get to the name anyways. He was researching movie quotes.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
So Greg and Scott have a tie at this point at 5 and 5 each. Ryan is just killing it with 14. I'm just trying to think, can you guys even come back from this?
Yeah, we can.
Well, you want me to know how many questions there are? I have
Financially,
4 more questions.
no. Financially, we'll never recover.
Yeah.
I say, give him a tiebreaker question. Tiebreaker wins, as I'm disqualified.
Yes, you got disqualified for winning. That's hard.
So that was Greg's turn, correct? All right, so it's Scott's turn.
Have we got anything left in the 90s?
Yeah, we have one more, number 5.
I'll take that one then.
You punched the president? He wasn't the president yet.
What on earth? I've never heard that before in my life. No idea. I'm going to pass that quote.
I know you've seen that. Everyone's seen this movie. All you need is love. John Lennon, smart man, shot in the back. Very sad.
Oh, fuck. No, I think I've picked a 90s movie I've never seen. I don't know. I'm going to have to pass again.
No, Ryan, you think you know this one?
Something with Clint Eastwood?
Oh, I'm disqualified.
Well, you're not getting points for this. I'm just asking.
Is it
Yeah, he probably didn't even listen. He's playing on his.
Will Smith movie, Aliens?
It is Independence Day, 1996.
Yeah.
Scott, you've never seen Independence Day?
No, I have, but I don't remember those quotes.
Now,
It should have been "Welcome to Earth."
yeah, like I said, I think we've seen all these. I think every one of these movies on this list we all should have seen. Anyway, Scott, 3-word review.
I'm going to steal something that was just said. Welcome to Earth.
Oh shit!
All right, Greg.
Damn it! Who was the president? Was it fucking Sheen there?
Oh, Bill Pullman.
Oh yeah, Bull. Fucking President Bill Pullman. I don't fucking know.
Ryan, you're not getting any points, but you want to give us one?
White House Down.
That's a movie.
Yeah, I know.
My 3-word quote. Welcome to Earth.
Yeah.
Scott got 2 points. So now that puts him in second place.
So I essentially need to answer this question and win the review.
And then I give you a tiebreaker if you can tie it.
It's doubtful.
Well, if you get the 3-word review as mine, like Scott just did, which you just kind of gave it to him, you shouldn't have opened your mouth.
Can't help myself sometimes.
All right. So what do you want?
Any 2000s left?
2000s? Yeah, we got you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I get X-Men, but I think I have to pass.
All right, quote 2. All you care about is money. This city deserves a better class of criminal, and I'm going to give it to them.
No, it's fucking Batman.
Which one?
That is...
Yeah, there's lots of Batmans, Greg.
Dark Knight. You're going to get 1 point on that for getting the second quote.
Hmm.
It was 2008, The Dark Knight. All right, what's your 3-word review, Greg?
The best Batman.
Scott?
I'm trying to think of Heath Ledger quotes in that movie. I'm going to go with best Joker, the best Joker.
Oh, shit. Ryan?
Jesus, he did it again.
Christian Bale's voice.
Nice.
So mine was Opum Magnus Joker.
Oh,
So, Scott, you nailed it. You got 2 points there. So I think...
Come back in the end and cinch second.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, Scott. Scott, you've officially won the game. What are you talking about? Big up to Scott, our winner of the game, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Ryan got disqualified for going to research quotes while we waited for him to come back.
Oh, I thought he got disqualified for winning. Do I not get disqualified now?
No, you're fine. I had a team of writers behind me, and they were feeding me lines and shit. So
Scott is disqualified as well for winning. Greg, we're going to give you 3 more questions.
yeah.
Just kidding.
Those whole
right.
answers in there.
Final score. Ryan, 14. Who knows? He could have had 21 at the end of this game. Scott, 9. Greg, 6. Nice job.
we'd like to thank everybody for listening. We'd like to thank Scott. You're all a beautiful, beautiful people.
Thanks to everyone who listened. Thanks for Scott coming on. Check out all the shows on the network and check us out on Spotify, Apple Pod, all that jazz. You can find us on Anchor for Patreon if you want to help out the show.
Yes, thanks to all our listeners and thanks to our guest host and the Don of our network, Scott Harding.
Thank you very much for having me. This has been a blast. I love this. The game you may find appears on our show at some point soon when I steal it.
You're welcome to it, man.
And remember,
And
Crust, we trust. Wait, one more time with Scott. In Crust, we trust. Thanks all. Check out the You Run Podcast Network and all our shows.
This ends our podcast.
I will suck your cock, Gary.
I'll be honest. I wouldn't put it past our leadership.